Good morning, friends. This is your old girl, Melanie Rose, here to share your daily aspects. Today is Wednesday, November 10, 2021. The sun continues on in Scorpio, and this is the season for transformational shifts. Just as we're adjusting to the longer nights and colder days, making preparation for our warmth and security in the even colder months ahead, we make mental and emotional preparations as well. So ask yourself, what is the thought, feeling, or attitude I most need to keep myself positive, focused, and productive in the nighttime half of the year? The question alone is guide enough for Sun in Scorpio to get to work. The moon is in Aquarius all day today, reminding us of our place in the broader scheme of things. We're called out of our private concerns and into the circle of life, there to network, meet new allies, and live out our philosophies where the rest of the world can see us. So here you can see I have created a legend of the symbols we'll be looking at today. I want to go over them with you very quickly just so that we can get some idea of what energies we may be encountering. This is the sun, and the sun represents the outer life. This is who you are when you step out the door, in your civic life, in your work life, in your social life, the person that people meet when they meet you out in public. And this is the moon. Moon represents your inner life. And the waxing crescent, almost first quarter energy of this moon invites us to visualize what it will be like when our intentions that we set have come to life, and then to begin to take action on the plans we've made. We have Mercury on board today. This is the intellect, or your day-to-day communications, thoughts, the plans that you make, and the traveling around you do. Mars is also here. Mars is your planet for personal initiative. It's your power, your drive, the get up and go in your get up and go. Neptune. Neptune is about how we relate to the broader human collective, how we are, how we stand and flow in with the flow of the human collective. There we go. And then Saturn is here. Saturn is our planet for discipline, structures, and the stewardship of those structures. So how we support ourselves through disciplined work. And then Uranus is here. Uranus represents changes of the everyday variety, mostly just refinement changes, those changes that we need to make to get better results in our day-to-day lives. Because Uranus always recommends doing things differently. We only have a couple of aspects on the board today. One is conjunct, and conjunct amplifies the energies of both of the planets involved. So sometimes conjunct is positive, often it can be very positive, but sometimes if you're amplifying an energy that is not necessarily positive, you might have a different kind of experience. And then you have square, and square represents challenges. That's a square that I had to fill in because I had put something else there. There we go. Still a square. Square represents challenges, the kind of challenges that you might just have to take a deep breath and show some patience and move through them. And just so I make sure to have mentioned them, although I know I already have, we have two primary signs that we're working today. That is Scorpio, because the Sun and Mars are in Scorpio, and Aquarius, because the Moon is in Aquarius. The page is divided into two columns here, one for each of our luminaries. The moon sheds light on our nights, and it creates relatively brief aspects that mostly apply to ambient energies that may or may not have much impact on our moods, feelings, and intuitions in the privacy of our hearts and homes. The sun sheds light on our days, And I address the rest of the planets on this side because these aspects take longer and they have more of an impact on our actions and interactions out in the world. And today, it just so happens that we start with the sun. At 6:56 Central Standard Time, y'all. Mercury runs conjunct to Mars. Sharp minds and sharp tongues. If Mercury conjunct Mars were a tarot card, it would be the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Mercury brings speed to the action. Mars, aggression. Conjunct amplifies both, so look out. This is a 2-day aspect. So we'll talk about it again. But speed plus aggression. And then at 11:04 this afternoon, or this morning really still, Mercury runs square with Saturn. This is laborious mental laborings, can make us sloppy with the details. Resist the urge to speed through your work at this time or to leave out any details. Also, resist negativity and misunderstandings at all times. This one takes 2 days. Slow down and follow through. Which is coincidentally also my mother's advice for playing bowling. So there you have it. In case you needed to improve your game, slow down and follow through. And then at 5:14 p.m., Mars runs square with Saturn. Mars wants to act, and Saturn wants to go over the packing slip. Square is not the time to rebel and conquer. Slow and steady wins the race. This is a 4-day aspect. Again, slow down and follow through. And now for the moon column. My aim on the moon side is to give brief descriptions of the energy of each aspect and then hopefully tie them together to get a snapshot of the day in moony moods. Let's see how it works out for us today. At 9:54 a.m., the moon runs square with Mars. Now you see here that Mercury went conjunct with Mars. Now you're going to see the moon make a square with Mars and then the moon make a square with Mercury somewhere here. Oh, no, I was wrong about that. Anyway, the moon went square with Mars at 9:54 a.m. This has an energy like Brutus from the old Popeye cartoons. He wants Olive so badly, he goes to all kinds of outrageous lengths to steal her away. He's quick to anger and perhaps willing to use force. This is an aspect for confronting our uncomfortable feelings. We may have to confront our more brutish feelings. And then at 10:08 a.m., the moon makes a square with Mercury. See, I knew Mercury was in there, disguised cleverly as Neptune. Moon square Mercury is a warning. Do not try to tell other people what to do. This may be frustrating for you. You may have an opinion for really good, really real reasons. Steer clear of the trap of being tempted to tell other people what to do. And you might get that as an indication when somebody tries to tell you what to do and you're like, don't tell me what to do. Don't try to tell people what to do during that 2-hour aspect. And then at 10:14 a.m., the moon makes a conjunct with Saturn. Things at home can get a little uncomfortable here if somebody doesn't feel like opening up. Let's try not to be rigid. In the heart and home. And then this evening at 4:45 p.m. Should have put this one above here. Oh well. We're going to try not to be too rigid. The moon goes square with Uranus. This may bring about some impulsive behavior that doesn't seem like us and annoys the people around us. Impulsive behavior, annoying. So today's lunar energy signature, it looks like a lot like one of those days where stuff keeps coming up and trying to put a stop to my progress in the day. And it's not going to keep me from doing what I'm doing, but friends, that can be frustrating. So practice patience. You have been forewarned. And coming up tomorrow, we do have a waxing first quarter moon still in Aquarius, which encourages us to take action, but with an eye toward changing up stale patterns and approaches. So keep that in mind. We will talk about these things and more in upcoming episodes. That's it for today, friends. This has been your Daily Aspects and Astrological Weather Forecast for Wednesday, November 10, 2021. If you haven't already, please like my video and subscribe to the Old Girl channel. I will leave this up here for about 30 seconds so that you may have time to look it over. Thank you so much for being here with me today. My name is Melanie Rose, and I will see you all back here tomorrow for more Daily Aspects.